Indiana Audubon has been around for 125 years. You know, we really are that voice of birds around the state. And so we do that through our membership. We do that through conservation education programs.
I think birding is more about making connections with the birds and people.
We have monthly field trips that really visit some of the best, and we call these areas the Indiana Birding Trail.
When you're giving to Indiana Audubon, you're helping projects like the Dunes Owl Net Research Project. So you could go see these owls yourself.
Indiana Audubon is helping with a marsh bird monitoring population study.
When these wetlands are healthy for these marsh bird species, it means they're healthy for all of us. Indiana Audubon is what is driving these marsh bird surveys. Surveys could not happen with all of the really dedicated volunteers who are involved in this.
Indiana Dunes Birding Festival, it's a 4-day event, and so we are looking at 150 trips, workshop programs. We have some basic beginning birding walks. We have experts that really know every kind of chip and sound and kind of explore bird behavior in depth. We have a youth and family birding day that is designed to bring in families with hourly bird walks or building bluebird boxes.
It's like a music festival, but for birds.
The real movement and the real heroes are those members. They all have an impact, whether it be through their membership, their volunteerism, or maybe they're donating to the organization to affect the future of birds for the next 100 years. One of the flagships of Indiana Audubon is our Mary Gray Bird Sanctuary. And here we have 700 acres of dedicated nature reserve, and there's an assortment of events that occurs there year-round. The biggest one being known as the Hummingbird Migration Celebration.
So you get to see a little tiny hummingbird up close and personal.
You also get to hold them. I got to feel one's heartbeat.
Indiana Audubon coordinates banding stations around the state, and we can follow these birds so that we can actually watch and track these birds in real time like we never could do before.
What we do is we put very tiny little tags on birds. Wood thrush, Kentucky warblers, northern saw-whet owls, and whippoorwills. They ping the tower and we know where they are. We can follow these birds' movements up north to their breeding ranges and down south. Anywhere there's towers, we know where these birds are. How often do people get to see a wild bird up close in the same room as them and help let it go?
I went on the Sax Sim Bog winter trip, get to see multiple owl species. Great gray owl brought me to tears. And it was just that whole camaraderie of traveling together and sharing those experiences.
We call those the kind of spark birds, that first bird that you see that really kind of brings you in and that kind of ignites this flame for birds. And it was because of the Indiana Audubon checklist some 40 years ago that I'm here today.
My first snowy owl. Here's this little itty bitty owl out in the middle of the field. And I'm just jumping in my car, I'm so excited. And I had a picture of it and it was that big, but it didn't matter because it was a life bird.
Indiana has such good biodiversity, amazing birds, and IAS actually does a good job of making sure we have field trips and events that kind of capture when the birds are moving through.
So we definitely invite you to join Indiana Audubon. Consider donating, consider volunteering your time.
We need you to become an Indiana Audubon member and join our community today.
Join Indiana Audubon!
Indiana Audubon!
Indiana